Okay, hello students. Today we are going to work on dynamic pages. So in the previous class we have worked about static pages, how to create a static pages, and we have worked on Django templates. So today we are going to work on dynamic pages. So what are dynamic pages? As we have already checked templates and layout in the previous class. Here we have worked with static contents. So what are static contents? The static contents are the contents which won't changes, right? It will be static. Here whenever we run the code, we'll get the same outputs. If we want to work with dynamic contents, we need to provide the data. Okay, so it is difficult to always change the data in an HTML files. To overcome this, we can work on dynamic content. So dynamic contents are nothing but we are getting the data from any database, or we can give it directly in the HTML pages. But it obviously we should work with some database, because if I give the pages directly in the HTML, it is same as static pages only. But dynamic contents come from database. Okay, here how to work with dynamic contents. We can pass data in view.py. So the first method is we can go for return render request index.html name my team. So here this is the pattern we are going to file. Now in previous class we have worked with request index.html, right? We are not work with name and my team. So here whatever we define, that is name into the brackets my team. So name is the variable name and my team is the variable value what I am passing to the name. So this can be done in views.py. So instead of taking request index.html, I can pass the values also. You have to work with that Jinja format. So name my team. So name is the variable name and my team is the value. The same way I would need to change it in index.html. Wherever I am using I want to display, that I can go to the and I can put name in double quotes. This is your Jinja coding. Then next we have another option. We can create a objects. Objects, already we have learned about objects in the Python classes, right? So we are going to use that objects over here. To create objects, we have to work with models.py. We'll get a file with name model.py. In that I would need to make some changes. That is, I have to import models. So I am creating a class with name destination. I want ID, that is identity type, that is auto increment or anything. Id is of type int, name is equal to string. We can add as many variables as we require in the file. So here I am working with id, that is to give a unique number, and name is to give the name. So the data type depends upon you, that is int or string. So first we have created object. How we have created object? At present we have not created object, we have worked with destination, that is class destination. So once this is done, you can go to views.py. Here at by default we have imported shortcuts, import.render, we have taken http response. Here I am importing from models import destination. From dot models import destination means from models I am importing destinations, right? So here def index destination 1 is equal to destination. So what was the class? The class was destination. Here I am creating an object with name dest1 and the class is destination. So destination 1 dest1 dot name is equal to cat engineering. Request render request index.html dest1 what we are given it, and dest1 is the value what I am passing. So this I have made it in view. First we have to create a model.py. There we are going to create a class. There you are going to define the variables. Then that model you are going to import in views.py. You have to create an object, and according to that object you can work. I am not giving the ID, just I am giving the name. Okay, once this is done, wherever you want in index.html, you can go to this destination1.name of your data will be changed. Okay, done. So what is the next part? I can add n number of datas. Here I have created destination1 dot name is equal to Python, destination1 dot description is equal to fastest growing language, destination1 dot image is equal to fact1. So here depends what you are going to create. Here I have created 3. So whatever you have created, that should be there reflected in models. Now here we are working with description and image also, that should be also defined. Okay, so I have created 2 destinations, that is just 1 and just 2. Two objects have been created, and here I have given dest as this, and I have created a list, that is dest1 and dest2. If you want, you can give dst3 also. How many objects are there? That many objects you are going to call. Then return render request index.html dst and dests. So this is the name of the variable, and this is the value. So whatever is there in this list, it will get stored in this. Okay. Once this is done, we need to add a loop, as we want to give the data manually. The data should come from objects. So verifying in the HTML codes how the for loop works. So why a for loop is required? As we are taking 3 or 4 values, so a for loop is required. For dest in dest name destination dot name and for loop. So what it will take? It will take all the names and it will end the for loop. Got? This was about your dynamic. We will start with the example, that is a practical session. So the very first thing what I told you, that I am going to pass a dynamic content. So what was the first content? A normal. That is, I want to print a normal text as a dynamic content. So where I need to make the changes, as I told you, return render request index.html comma the variable name and the parameter what I am passing. Now here if I am passing the parameters directly, it should be in double quotes. Now here I am passing it as my team. So the very first thing what we have made the changes in views.py. So already I have created the project, that is Confer. We had worked with this project in the previous example. Here I am giving request index.html name is equal to name single quotes my team. So once this is done, this much part is done. So what I will do, I'll go to index.html. I want to print it here. Somewhere I wanted to print it here. So I have taken a double quotes. I have given the variable name. So double quotes is the Ninja format what I used, and the variable name. So after this, you know the command to run this. So the command is manage.py run server. Okay. Here I'm getting my team. I'm passing it dynamically. I'm not passing it as a static because I'm passing the variable and the values. So this is the first method. The second method is we can work with, as I told you, I have models.py. So models.py. Here I want to work with models.py. So I'm telling from Django DB import models. So class destination, I can use ID and name. So ID is of type int and name is of type string. So this much is over. Then once this is done, I'll go to views.py. Here what I need to make changes. So we'll go to PPT. We need to copy this. I'll paste it. Got now here already in models.py I have created a class with name destination. I have given ID and name. And now in views.py, what I need to do, I need to work with the same. That is destination1 is equal to destination. dest1.name is equal to CAD engineering and index.html dest1 dest1. So here in the previous example, we have given it in double quotes, but here we are taking it from here. So I should give it directly, not in double quotes. Okay, once this is done, yes, yeah, once this is done, I need to make the changes here. What I should give, I have to provide dest1 dot name. Let's see the changes have been done or no. Yeah, we got it. This was about a single object. If you want to work with multiple objects, what I need to do? Again, I'll go to my views.py. Here, I will work with one more object, that is dest2 is equal to destination. The class name is destination. Okay. dest2 dot name is equal to, now instead of CAD engineering, we'll go for some programming language. First one is Python. Second one is HTML. Okay. So after this, I will take a list. dst1 is equal to, not dst1, it is dst only, is equal to list dest1 comma dest2. Here instead of dst1, I will make the changes as dst, and here also make as dest. Now this much changes has been done. So after this, what I need to do? I need to go for index.html. Here I can work with dst1.name. So just we'll have a try. Issue is I'm not working with dst. I'm working with dst1. I'm working with dst. So now I want to include for loop. So how we are going to work with the for loop? What is the code for loop? And I need to end the for and for. So we got the result, that is Python and HTML. So if you want to have some changes, we can do one more thing, and this for outside this. And this also. But this is all the HTML and CSS what you want to work. So this was about your dynamic pages. If you want more variables, you can go to models.py. Here you can define description, whatever it is. So if I give dsc, what is the type? str, string, anything. So same I want to define it here. That is dst1 dot dsc test language. Same way dst2 dsc is equal to that language, and in index.html I need to give one more about your dynamic